If you're a catcher who wants to play in college, then you'll definitely want to watch this entire video. The first main problem that you're going to have is faulty fundamentals. It doesn't matter how strong or athletic you are, if you don't have correct mechanics in how you move, you will not be able to perform as a catcher. So the way that we solve this is through mastering your movements. My program that I use to teach this is called Catch Core, which I'll explain more in just a minute. The next problem that you're going to have once your movements are good is that they won't translate over into the game and you'll have full speed flaws. This looks like you're doing it good in practice, but in the game you're still bouncing your glove, maybe you're still a little late, all that kind of stuff. That's totally normal. That's just part of the progression of getting really good at a skill. So the way that we solve that is through getting you game ready. This is through the program that I have that's called Catch Pro. More on that in a minute. And the third big problem that you're going to have is through situational struggles. Now you're really good at the fundamentals, which is what you should focus on at the beginning because that's over 80% of the plays. But now when it comes to tag play, first and third play, all that kind of stuff, you're not quite sure what to do. You can't quite lead your team. You don't quite know how to call pitches. You don't quite know how to give signs with a runner on second. All that kind of stuff. Those are situational struggles. And the way that we solve that is through nailing the nuances in my program called Catch Craft. This is a roadmap that will get you ready defensively to play at the college level. Now there's a whole lot of other things that go into being a starting catcher on a college team, like leadership, like mindset, like strength, like speed, like agility, like hitting. You gotta be able to hit too. But defensively, this is the path. So let me break down for you each step of the process and what it actually looks like to implement this. Within Catch Core, where we help you master your movements, there are 4 main things that we're really working on. We're working on stances, blocking, throwing, and receiving. There's a few ways to look at what do you focus on first, but really the truth of it is you gotta have all of it. And the best way to learn it is by learning one thing at a time. And the things that will kill your game the most as a catcher is number 1, being in a bad stance. Number 2, not being able to block the ball and control the baseball. If you can't block, you won't play. Number 3, dropping the ball. You got to make sure that you catch it. But sometimes for the younger players, it's actually easier to work on throwing than receiving because in order to really steal pitches, you got to have a little bit of strength behind you. Otherwise, you should just focus on catching the ball and we can mix in some of these trainings as we go. So at the end of our stances, we have a stance series routine that then you do every single week throughout the rest of the program. And at the end of our blocking week, we have a routine that you now can do every single week. Throwing, same thing, receiving, same thing. And now we've built a fundamental routine, given you feedback, giving you the best education in the world on catching. And you've been practicing it consistently. And now you actually know what you're doing. Now we can get into some of that more advanced stuff because you're doing the basics pretty well. Well, in Catch Pro, in order to do this stuff at game speed, what we have to do is 1, make it harder. And at the same time, we got to teach you a little bit more advanced stuff. And so you're going to see this basically turns into the 201 level where we go advanced stances, advanced blocking, advanced throwing, and advanced receiving. And within each of these, as you can imagine, there are 3 lessons that then you do at home. You practice it, you send it to me, I give you feedback. Within Catchcraft and Nail the Nuances, we have a few different categories. Sliding plays, foul plays, situational plays, and what I call command plays, which includes leadership, communication, all that kind of stuff. Within each of these steps, again, there are 3 progressive modules that then train you on exactly what you need to do. So if you want to play catcher in college, you got to be good with your grades, you got to be a leader, you got to be able to hit, but defensively, this is the path. You got to get really good at the fundamentals. You got to be able to translate those fundamentals into the game. Then you got to be ready for every other situation so that when that situation happens, you're not up there with big eyes, not sure what to do. So if you want help implementing this program, then send me the DM MOVE on Instagram and I'll shoot you all the information to get started. And if you're not ready to get started, but you're curious about what it might look like, then you should definitely check out this interview of someone who went through this exact program right over here. I'm Coach Bougie. I'll catch you later.